Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I am bringing you another Spectator battle. I was about to say a live commentary. Technically that's true, but in Total War Rome 2. And commentating these with me and spectating is my buddy Zuperman guy.
Hello there.
Yep, so we have on this team here Captain Libido, I
L
guess?
Libido.
Libido, and Acidonense 007. Acidonense. That guy, Macedon. And yes, they are Macedonia and Carthage. And I'll go ahead and read off the Carthaginian army here, and then we'll introduce you to their opponents in a second. Zuper and I actually joined this spectating, expecting to have some time, because usually the games don't start quickly, but this one started like immediately. But anyways, here we've got... Oh, geez, it won't let me select what units they are. Okay. Mercenary Balearic Slingers, 4 of them up front for the Carthaginian player here. Then he has got, let me do this, 4 African pikemen, 3 Libyan infantry, a elephant, and this seems to be on like medium unit size or something, because it's not the normal 120. And then 4 Carthaginian cavalry and 2 noble cavalry.
3 noble cav. No, scratch that. 2 noble cav and 1 companion cav.
Is there?
Belonging to Macedon.
Oh, yeah.
On the far.
And then you want to go ahead and read off Macedonia's actual infantry force.
For Macedon, it seems they have 5 units of slingers, 3 units of foot companions, 1 unit of royal peltists. Scratch that, 3 units of royal peltists. 1 unit of companion cavalry as their general. And then another 4 units of companion cavalry, which are spread out.
Yeah, 3 are way down low, hidden behind this hill. So on the other side, we have got Egypt and Rome. And Rome is KN0D31. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And Hygo 96 as Egypt. And the Roman army here consists of what I can see here. Because remember, there could be hidden units that us as spectators, we see what the host sees, so may not be evident. But I do see 3 auxiliary Balearic Slingers as well for them, same as Carthage. 3 auxiliary Syrian archers. I see a gladiator unit back on the right, and an armored legionaries, 2 of them, Praetorian Guard, and then 2 more armored legionaries, so 4 of them total. And look, there is another gladiator unit, so 2 gladiators as well. Cavalry-wise, he's got, what I can see, looks like 4 Praetorian cavalry, and his general here is just your standard general's bodyguard unit there of an equite like cavalry. And then we'll look at Egypt. Egypt has elephants, dude.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Carthage and Egypt should totally have like an elephant boxing match.
I concur.
But yeah,
Beyond
they've got
that, it seems
elephants.
Egypt has 5 units of Hellenic Royal Cav, or Royal Guard, 6 of those actually.
And those
7.
are the
7 including the general.
those are pike infantry. Although right now they've got their swords out.
3 units of mercenary Cretan archers, and then 2 more units of Hellenic Royal Guard mixed in with the Romans.
And then once again, that's just what we could see. There may be more hidden, but they definitely, just based on that, they probably did not have that much more, because Hellenic Royal Guard are not cheap. So let's see.
Carthage is sending a lot of cavalry off to the right to meet with Macedon's single unit of companion cavalry up on top of the hill.
Yeah, and they might be going to try and quickly take out the elephants, although the elephants are fairly close to those Hellenic Royal Guard.
Actually, it seems the elephants are going to be distancing themselves a little bit.
And just a funny coincidence, Zuper and I just spectated a battle which actually crashed, but right where I'm looking right now was where that battle was fought. completely different hosts. They just happened on that. For those of you that played the game, there's a giant map of the Roman Empire and a little bit beyond it, and you can click anywhere on that map and it'll give you a map like this. So you've got a map of all of Europe and a little bit of Africa and the Middle East and everything. You just click somewhere, and it's just kind of a coincidence for us that two separate people, 2 games in a row, happen to click within a mile of each other.
Although, now that we've covered that, let's talk about initial troop placement here. It seems to me that Egypt and Rome definitely had better position just right off the bat.
Yeah, but then of course that's just part of the whole thing with the maps. Or do you mean like terrain-wise?
Terrain-wise, it seems
Yeah.
Egypt and Rome were just given the high ground.
Yeah, the good thing is it's not all that much higher. At
No,
least
it
they
shouldn't
didn't.
make that big a difference,
They didn't sit on the little ridge in the back,
which would have been brutal.
especially with the pikemen. And they seem to have the skirmishing advantage as well. Just from looking at it, they have more skirmishers. That doesn't necessarily mean an advantage, but it definitely helps. And right now I'm just giving you guys kind of an overhead, because there's not a whole lot else going on. These guys all are moving in fairly slow motion, because that's what happens when the internet connection is not all that good among the players. Rather than freezing up, they decided to make it easier by rendering everything really, really slowly. And there you can see those guys starting to move forward a little bit faster.
So take note, Rome has a unit of Praetorian Guard hidden on top of this hill, with
Which
the big
hill?
rock, poking out.
Ah, it's
That
still
hill.
back there?
It is.
Okay.
They could do
Also,
something
though,
interesting with that.
all of this Macedonian companion cav down here has not been seen, those
Not
3
yet.
units. So we will try to get a view. So now you can see line of sight here. I am in unit camera on the Macedonian slingers, I believe these guys are. And this hill in front is actually blocking line of sight of the Romans. So they are yet to be seen, at least by that unit. Here you can see them a little bit off there in the back, up to the right. And all the Macedonian troops back there. And over here on the right, it is more of a even flat battlefield. So you can see everything, the elephants towering up in the back there over these Carthaginian cavalry.
And this will be the first time I've seen elephants in use in earnest.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Zuper here recently got a good computer, and when you have a good computer, you need to own a Total War game. That's just how it works. So I made him get Rome, and so far you're enjoying it, I guess, right?
I would say so.
At least the campaign.
Yeah,
Hasn't done any multiplayer.
because I have very little confidence in my own ability. I would be that guy with 9 units of camel archers.
That just absolutely sucks.
Yeah, that would be me.
And right now, it looked like these mercenary Cretan archers here were going to move forward and attempt to engage the Carthaginians a little bit. But that's not going to happen. Carthage also, this could be interesting. So they are moving their infantry force more up and to the right. The reason that's interesting is because that leaves a gap in the center. Now, I can see why they're doing it, because Egypt here has all of their force up and to the right, at least from this point of view. But if Rome decided to, they could tie down the Macedonian units and just punch through the center and start wrapping around either Carthage or Macedon. And there, yeah, I see the, well, I see a Praetorian cavalry up here on the hill by the rock. Is that what you were talking about?
Yep.
There they are. And you can just barely, if you guys have a nice big monitor, see the tips of the spears above the hill back there of the companion cavalry just over the ridge. And the first skirmish has begun. So here we have the auxiliary Syrian archers engaging all of these slingers of Macedonia. And there's a very aggressive unit of Carthaginian cavalry out here in the middle of the field. having projectiles just rain down upon it. Look at that, them bouncing off the shields. That's actually extremely cinematic in this kind of slow motion deal. And there goes those slings, and now this cavalry's going to speed up. But it seems they are going to have to turn away because there comes the Roman armored legionaries to block them from hitting those archers. So they're going to pick a new target down the field this way. Oh, and look at that, all those pylum coming in. And did we lose anyone? No, their armor saved them that time. And it looks like it's going to save them again. Yeah, these horses have gotten lucky. Oh, one man went down.
Rome moving with some Praetorian cav on the Macedonian skirmishers.
Okay, we're going to stop following those Carthaginians for the second. Because
And Rome has engaged a unit of skirmishers.
Very effective there.
Yeah, they're likely to be completely annihilated.
Is companion cav going to come respond, or?
It seems not.
We're going to keep following these Carthaginian cav in their journey across the middle of the battlefield.
Which is a very curious maneuver, although it seems they might be moving on the rear of the Praetorians that hit the Macedonian slingers.
Let's see.
Although it seems that they won't be able to manage that maneuver.
No, they just put themselves directly into a trap.
It seems they did.
They're about to get hit from both sides with Praetorian cavalry, so once again we will follow their story. Here's the impact up front, and here comes the impact in the back. Look at that, that one guy got thrown. So yeah, this unit here...
Oh, but here comes some Macedonian cavalry.
Oh, there it is, on the right.
There's and more coming down from the hill.
That's them over that way.
Macedon making a big move on some Roman Praetorians here.
Yep. Not a whole lot besides skirmishing going on elsewhere on the field. This is kind of a funny place for a cavalry engagement. Usually you see them in the flanks, not just in the middle of two armies that at this point are decently close together. And Rome's going to pull out, which actually... Okay, never mind. Generally, when you pull out of a cavalry fight, you take a ton of losses. It's a lot harder to pull out cavalry in this game than it was in some of the older ones. And these Praetorian cav are actually getting away fine. And the Macedonian cavalry has just switched targets. And here comes some more Praetorian cavalry. So this cav fight's about to come full circle. There's more Carthaginian cav coming in, 2 units. And I would wager now that the Praetorian cav is committing, these other companion cav will swing over the hill and try to get into the back once more.
Ooh, Carthage about to take some hurt in their cavalry from some actual Praetorian guards. Oh no, it seems they've been able to pull out.
And that's this right here. See if any of those spears find their mark. None that I could see.
Ooh, Carthage making a very bold move.
Oh, right there, that guy got impaled. Infantry?
No, cavalry. Putting a big bulge in the center of the Roman line.
Their infantry are also being kind of weird. They're all moving over towards this side, which is allowing effectively Egypt to kind of start circling around, although Egypt spread very thin.
It's true.
They are raining projectiles in on that. There's the overhead map. You can see just kind of the ruckus going on in the center. This is a lot more interesting than the other battle.
That it is.
Which you guys did not see because it crashed. Even though it's in slow-mo, it's kind of cool.
Although it is a tad frustrating.
Yeah, it is, but... I mean, what, there's 4 spectators in this game? I don't know why they decided to do that.
Yeah.
And look at this, here comes the Macedonian infantry, or at least they're moving up a little bit here and going into their phalanx formation.
So it seems.
And the Macedonian cavalry is now charging down from the hill.
Leading with the general unit, which is an interesting move.
You can see
Although
the whole...
into stationary Praetorian cav, that'll likely go very well for the Macedons.
And it looks like they're going to swing their other unit around behind. And here comes more Carthaginian cav. Looks like...
Which has just effectively destroyed a unit of Roman Praetorian cavalry.
Oh, yep, they are routing. I love companion cavalry, I really do. Although that's not what Carthage has, but the Macedonian cavalry
Although
there.
Egypt definitely seems to be wrapping around on Carthage. Slowly, but surely.
Yeah, but in all honesty, with how this is working, Rome is starting to have to bend their right flank. The left from the host's point of view, from Macedon's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So if they punch through over here, the battle could completely kind of shift so that where Egypt is now is one side and Macedonia has this hill to their back. Because as you can see, everything's kind of turning, but they really are putting everything into pummeling Rome right now, and this cavalry fight is the first statement of that. So Egypt's going to have to start moving here, and it seems that they are. And look at this, there is a unit of, way in the back, noble cavalry of Carthage hitting a unit of Hellenic Royal Guard right in the back.
Ooh, that's
You
a good. That is a good move.
Something
To
just
knock out as much of that Hellenic Royal Guard as possible early on, because you don't want an infantry engagement against those.
I'm just watching these Praetorian cavalry get beaten up. As it slows down again, you're having a snack.
It's true.
And there's the overhead of the battle while it's paused, because there's not much else to show. As you can see, this whole alliance here of Carthage and Macedon is in very close proximity to each other. And who got dropped from the game?
Ego 96.
And he is...
He was Egypt, I believe. Yeah.
Was he now? Okay, so now Egypt is an AI. Well, that's going to make it a little bit easier for the Macedonians and Carthaginians here. And it
Although I'm
seems...
already gonna say, Macedon and Carthage already had the match.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, things...
Not necessarily, but as things were going.
Yeah, I have seen matches where the side you least expect to win, and they generally get the crap beat out of them, and then right at the end they do something, and it saves it. Put the right unit in the right spot at the right time. And you can see now the Egyptian player, which is now an AI, is advancing.
Effectively going insane.
Yeah, but look at this. These elephants here are just rampage charging this noble cavalry, it would seem.
Which seems like a terrible plan. I don't think they could catch them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they will catch them. Whoops. Went way out of the way there. Take a look over here. This unit's just going to get caught in the side by Macedonian phalanx. That's not going to be fun. And there they are. Goodbye.
Two units of
Royal
Macedonian
Guard.
companion cavalry have been destroyed by Roman infantry.
Yeah, right. Rome might be able to pull this out if they use the AI correctly. Sometimes the AI is actually kind of a blessing. And Macedonia...
I've not seen what it can do in Rome too.
I do know that this... Okay, it looks like he's moving his general away. Macedonia was being a little bit risky there, sending his general pretty much unsupported into a ton of Roman infantry. And Carthage is just going all out now. They're just rushing forward. And the Egyptian AI is faffing about, it would seem. Look at that, those elephants are still chasing those noble cavalry.
I'm enjoying that.
Let's get an elephant's point of view. These guys throwing spears down. Meanwhile, the battle's way back there. You guys can see the flaming arrows going through the skies. Oh, and these elephants are about to hit them. Oh, the cavalry just made it out. But they are now leading the elephants back towards the battle. Although Carthage does have elephants of their own there. We've got these Libyan infantry moving forward, which are now going to be engaged with these Hellenic Royal Guard. And Tyler dropped from the game. I don't think he was a player. And there goes the lag, so that Spectator was causing all the lag. So now things get to move in real time here.
That noble cavalry turned to face the elephants.
Did it?
It did.
And it got wrecked?
It appears to be happening, yeah.
Oh, wow. I just watched a... Oh. Yeah, they're just kind of slapping the horses.
Because
and,
elephants.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ooh.
This honestly, even though it's an AI, still could go both ways. If Rome plays it correctly.
And the Egyptian player did manage to get some pretty good positioning with Egypt.
Yeah, they are.
Before dropping out.
They are moving forward effectively. And those archers are definitely laying down the fire, quite literally. But this companion cavalry is still just trucking on in the back of the Roman lines here. They're now fighting off gladiators. And the Carthaginian cav is coming around as well. Rome's pretty much out of this battle. And that really was the main fighting there. And here you can see some of the Macedonian foot companions coming in.
Not gonna lie, I would be terrified to have to fight a gladiator.
Why, just because of how they look?
Just hulking, shirtless man in a terrifying helmet.
Yeah, they do look that way. And look at that, the Egyptian elephants are just going ham in the Carthaginian lines in the back.
The Egyptian AI actually doing quite well.
Looks like one
Although
or two,
here comes
a few of the elephants.
Although here comes the Carthaginian unit of elephants.
Kind of.
Kind
Oh,
of.
they're gonna go down. They're getting hit by
by
Hellenic
pikes.
Royal Guard. On both sides. Although the Egyptian elephants are now effectively out of the battle. They all died.
Ooh, there went one Carthaginian elephant.
Yeah, but the unit that did that's getting hit on the side by these pikes.
The pikes doing very well against the elephants.
So you can see up close the angry elephants of Carthage. And that guy's gonna make it away effectively. Oh, they just ran over that poor guy. Oh, that elephant wanted nothing to do with any of those men. He literally just walked right over all of them. And at this point, everything's really kind of mixed together, but you can see the majority of the enemy units are actually surrounded in the center.
Does seem to be that way.
And that's the AI. Those Carthaginian elephants did take quite a bit of
And that's the
beating there.
game.
And that is the game. It looks like someone quit or conceded defeat.
Because Rome was effectively annihilated by Macedon.
And there you have it. So yeah, the most work being done by those companion cavalry there. Egypt's pikes actually doing a little bit
Fair
of work.
damage.
Yeah. Even though that was AI. But good game to everyone there, even the guy who sadly dropped. Hygo, was it? Hygo 96?
Hygo 96. Good
I
on
hope
you.
you guys enjoyed that battle. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe for more if you haven't. We'll see you all next time.